Hey guys, welcome back. More of the same here. We have some PPL content between players that are likely to be involved in some way, shape, or form with the upcoming Callus Invitational 4 tournament. So, we've got Linear, who is the the original Callus Invitational champion. He also was the runner-up in Callus Invitational 2, so you could certainly argue that he has been the most successful player over the course of the 3 Callus Invitational tournaments thus far. And then his opponent is going to be, well, he's playing on the alt Advanced Hunger Switch, but this guy is better known as Shortage or Roy Stoproar, he's got to be one of the best ADV up-and-comers. He has actually been around a little longer than you guys may be aware of, but as far as getting good and being in the discussion of someone who might be involved with Callus Invitational, that's more of a recent thing, but he's gotten some good wins against quality tournament players in recent times, and he might be worth a look in some way for the Callus Invitational tournament. So let's check out the match between these two. Linear was the most expensive player in the entire auction, so obviously there are expectations on him to perform. See if he can do that. Linear on the bottom, my Prehensile Trunk, an alt that I am quite fond of, that he's been using for quite some time. And ADV Hunger Switch, like I said, is Roy Stoproar, better known as Shortage. And we've got a Skarm Bliss team for Linear, who I am well aware is very fond of Sing Blissey. So definitely need to be aware of that. In this case, he goes for Fire Blast, and T-Tar comes in on that. So we're looking at probably TSS from both players. So we'll see what happens, see who's got the better set, see who makes more plays. Gonna be interesting if it is in fact a pseudo TSS mirror match. But Breloom is probably not a poke that Linear has, and that's obviously going to threaten Blissey. The Spore victim is going to be Swampert. Spore is such an OP move. It is so good. And here comes Focus Punch. Linear's got a Dragonite, who normally would take that decently, but an 88% crit is going to make life tough. And he doesn't have lefties. That might be CB Dragonite, who all of a sudden, after the sand and the crit, is at only 5%. So a relevant and unlucky crit. Here comes Shortage getting greedy and or, I guess, making a read, you could say. But he stays in. He would be one hit KO'd by Drill Pack. Head Skarm gone for that. But on the spike turn, he went for the Focus Punch. And Linear, without getting any use from it, is gone after fodder his Dragonite here to the sand. So early lead for Shortage. Rock Slide for Aerodactyl aimed at Zapdos. One of the Rock Resist, the other being Breloom, comes in. That is Swampert. Now Breloom comes in, thinking that Blissey will come in. He's right, so a good switch. Sky Uppercut is going to do a ton. In fact, I'm surprised that didn't kill, really, truly. But with the sand, it will finish the job. So it is an effective trade of Breloom and Blissey. But Shortage looking good here. Not only is he up 5-4, but there's also the Sleeping Swampert on the bottom for Linear because of the Spore. So here comes Celebi. That's the last poke here for Shortage. Interesting team that he's got. I think I like it, but unique for sure. I've never seen that exact configuration, I don't think. And here comes Aerodactyl, threatening him with a potential HP Flying or an HP Bug. Instead, he goes Rock Slide. Shortage decides to call him on it, scout the move, stays in, goes Giga Drain. Now that he knows he's stuck on Rock Slide, he can simply go to Swampert here. That's exactly what he does. Linear not able to predict that and go to something like the Skarm or whatever switch he may have. And instead, the Swampert is going to start firing off Hydro Pumps for Shortage. It's going to connect. There's 32%. Interesting that he's going to go for Protect into a sleeping Pokemon. I don't think I like that play for Shortage. While it's sleeping, you might as well attack. All that did was allow Linear to get a free sleep turn. And now Linear gets a little bit of tempo back. Surf is not all that punishing on Celebi, and we know Celebi is Giga Drain. He goes straight for it. Aerodactyl takes the hit neutrally. Celebi here definitely needs to be afraid of getting killed. It's going to stay in. It's going to tank the Rock Slide, and he's going to go for Giga Drain here through the flinch possibility. But Aero survives, and Celebi deep in the red is going to have to get out of the way if it wants to stick around. Rock Slide's going to hit the Skarm a lot harder, 43%. Unlucky miss for Linear, and it's relevant potentially. It gets the one layer of spikes down. Rock Slide now is going to come up short of the kill, and Drill Peck is going to finish him. So Linear with his back against the wall here with the weakened Swampert, the weakened Skarm, and the one-off last poke that I assume is the Tyranitar, but maybe it's not. Celebi sneaks in here as a second layer of spikes comes down. Hidden Power Fire, that's going to be the end of Skarm. And yeah, I guess T-Tar's his only bet. Swampert doesn't want to come into a Giga Drain, right? So T-Tar's the only play for Linear. There's Leech Seed, there's Dragon Dance. That's going to be annoying. It's going to keep the T-Tar from sweeping, or at least make it a lot more difficult for him to do so. Rock Slide takes out Celebi. And here is Swampert, who combined with that Leech Seed should be good to go in this situation, pending an HP Grass. And Linear feels he has to go to his own Swampert. Nice double switch there for Shortage, getting Zapdos into the Swampert. Toxic there, can't go too far wrong. Hits either of the remaining Pokemon. The only thing that Linear can do is Surf back, but it may be a Mono Pert with Refresh. We'll see if that's the case. And it is in fact Refresh. Here comes Skarmory. That's not going to take Surf's too well at this point. But he does get one more layer of spikes down, because why not? And there is the Surf for the knockout. Got ourselves a 2-3 situation. Shortage in the lead. Here's Protect. And there is Crunch. We've got ourselves a special Tar here. Crunch again. 35%. And a Specs drop. Surf happens. Salac Berry happens. We now have a fast specialty Tar. But he was faster than Swampert already. HP Grass here, definitely an issue. Neither Swampert nor Tyranitar want to take that, but he overpredicts with Pursuit and gets hit by Surf. Shortage here, possibly throwing this game a little bit. We now have a Swampert on Swampert situation. Surf, Hydro Pump, unlucky miss. Linear might be mounting the comeback here with a little bit of luck. Here's Protect, here's Surf. Both Swamperts at comparable health. Lanier's is a little bit healthier, and it appears to be faster as well. Surf and Torrent range Hydro Pump's going to get him from 50%. That might have been a damage roll situation. DD Tar is the last man standing. I hate the Protect. What if he had gone for Dragon Dance there? I hate that Protect. Man, he's trying to throw with the Protect. Dragon Dance would have won the game for Linear. It's a double Protect. He 50-50 coin flips it. Now Earthquake comes up short. Hydro Pump in Torrent range with a crit is going to kill T-Tar. And that is going to be the game. Shortage here is the winner. But man, was that a rocky late game. He tried to throw that hard with the double Protect. Linear, had he just one time clicked Dragon Dance, would be the winner here, pending a Rock Slide miss on the Zapdos, and I would certainly take those odds. This looked like a very winnable game for Linear. Shortage was ahead for most of it, but the late game was a little bit rough for Shortage. It seemed like Linear was outplaying him in the later portions, and it was a little shaky, so maybe Shortage has a weaker late game compared to these other high-level tournament players. But he did a lot of things right and a lot of things well. I saw a couple nice double switches there and good predictions for Shortage. I can absolutely see where the potential talent would be if he can just clean up a couple of small things, such as his late game. But his play was good enough, and he's going to take out Linear here in impressive fashion. We'll see if that is going to catch anybody's attention and where that'll end up, for where he's going to end up in a couple weeks when invitations get sent out. Will he be in the main event? Will he be in the play-ins? Will he be in neither? You guys are going to have to stay tuned to find out. But in the meantime, I've got one more ADV game from PPL. Look forward to that. Thumbs up if you liked this video, and I'll see you there.